real key to the perfect camera is to steal a page from GoPro's playbook. Let's shoot a little short scene. I'm gonna go from setup to setup, the same camera, in the same configuration with no downtime. Here we go.
You've done it, Niko. You've done it.
Back in 2009, I moved out to Los Angeles with Sam, and we would go to film sets and we would laugh at their tech because it's old, clunky, heavy, and inefficient. It needed a whole team of people just to do a simple shot because we were a bunch of computer nerds. And we had applied our computer nerdistry to our camera technology with these sleek little digital things that could do things that the big boys didn't think we could do. But you know what? I've been resting on my laurels the past couple years. The cinema world, well, they caught up to us. They got real nerdy also. We've lost our edge. Now they're doing things that we can't do with little packages that we don't have. It's time to fix that. I'm going to reapply my nerdistry. I'm going to reemerge from the womb of camera tech and I'm going to build the perfect camera. Now there's so many options here and I'm all jazzed up about trying to figure out how I'm gonna make this work. B&H has agreed to work with us on making this perfect camera build. They wanna see what it looks like. They wanna see what does a perfect camera mean. Now we've worked with them a couple years here and they're gonna be hooking us up with the various pieces of gear that we need. But here's the problem. I don't know where to start. I'm gonna gather up all the guys and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna figure out just what do you need in a camera package. All these little details that you never think about. What makes a perfect camera? 13 plus stops of dynamic range. So that rules out a lot of cameras right there.
5K. The perfect camera allows you to make mistakes.
A good wireless follow focus, right?
Control it with the internal lens motors. The technology exists, let's use it. I think PL lenses are a byproduct of dinosaur cameras.
No rolling shutter.
Built-in ND filters.
It has to shoot raw. I want to make as many mistakes on set as possible.
It needs to be smart RAW. Red's R3D. Blackmagic RAW is also smart, high bit rate.
It needs to have a monitor.
Daylight bright.
Yeah, right.
Yes, bright.
Good look out of camera. Bluetooth audio for monitoring.
Yeah, wireless video village.
Less than 10 pounds.
Less than 20, dude.
No, because gimbals can't hold 20 pounds. Sound into camera wirelessly. Yeah. So I want the camera to be able to instantly pop off one thing, pop into another thing.
Something that can be put down easily.
Able to set on ground.
Good thermal management.
Low light. Waveforms, audio levels while rolling.
Internal microphone. Wheels, knobs, sticks.
You have to, it's a gas-powered camera.
The next thing to do is to talk about what tools can actually achieve this, and can we actually build this perfect camera. The real key to the perfect camera is to steal a page from GoPro's playbook. GoPro basically just makes a small cube of a camera, and you can put that cube into any rig you need. Do you want it on your forehead? Do you want it on a tripod? Do you want it in a gimbal? Do you want it on a drone that falls out of the sky? All of these solutions and more can be yours when you use the GoPro system. And I was inspired by that. So I got this cool shoulder mount here. This is called a dovetail mount. It's like a wedge and you slide a plate on top of it, which I learned is called a bridge plate. A piece of metal that's kind of cut like this, with some screws in the top. Slides on. More than half the price of the shoulder rig for a stupid little plate. The company's had all the features you'd want in a camera. You would never have to buy another camera. Big camera, man. And the idea is that I have the bridge plate, and on top of that, I have an adapter for the quick release plate that goes on a tripod fluid head. Just putting the camera on this is going to cost me $850. I got all this different gear in, I'm gonna try it all, and then once I figure out exactly what we need, I'll hold on to that, and we'll be all set. And we never had a base plate for it. Now we do. Here it is. Off, on. Hold it down. Ideally, we just have the camera built permanently, and we don't have to continue building it all the time. The side handles will be attached to another quick release plate. Getting there. If you guys want, there's a link in the description below to all the gear we used. Go check it out.
Our old brain with the new Gemini sensor.
We used to be on the Helium, which was 8K, the Gemini is 5K, and you might be like, what? That's a downgrade. Psych, it's a lateral move.
It has much better low light sensitivity and dynamic range.
It's a Gemini on it.
Oh, that's nice. They changed the they changed the plate. There we go, cut. Dual ISO on this. That means it can shoot natively at 800 ISO and 3200 ISO, noiseless. The A7 is using a post noise reduction on the footage, whereas this is just tuned. I love the craftsmanship at Red, but I also like how when they replace the sensor, they go around on the outside of the camera too, and they put Gemini 5K there and 5K is 35 there. Just watch out, I haven't screwed those all in yet. But, oops. What's fun about these Red cameras is you form a kind of a relationship with them. It's the same camera, but now it's just a little different, right? And each time each Red we've upgraded it. I'm sure on your screen you can see that this is brighter than that, right?
This is 32 for me. What are you?
It's at 6400.
Like that, and we're getting a really clean image here.
Looks really good. Dude, now you can shoot 240 frames per second in like regular light. Problem. Trying to control the focus on your camera with a hand on the lens not only destabilizes your camera, but very often you don't have an extra hand to put on the lens. If you're shooting on a gimbal, no good. You want to have both hands to stabilize the camera. Solution, wireless focus pulling. Not using your phone, not using Wi-Fi, but using good old-fashioned radio control. No, I don't regret making fun of those antennas. This unit lets me pull focus without having to touch the camera or the lens. I don't need a rail, I don't need a motor, I don't need a whole bunch of cables. It's literally just a camera body, a lens, and this little thing that goes right on the side of the camera body as if it was part of the camera to begin with. I needed a way to control the camera, so in the past it'd be our touchscreen. And if I took the touchscreen off and replaced it with a small HD monitor, which is wonderful, I would then use the side handle controller, which has a little D-pad and enter button, and it was actually pretty great, because the touchscreen is cool, but you really don't want finger smudges all over your screen at the end of the day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Is it working?
Working really well.
Yeah, look at that. And that's just using the servo motors in the lens?
No cables, no rails, no motors. I've been waiting years for something like this. Problem, if you're operating camera and your friend is pulling focus, well now you don't want them just breathing in your ear looking at the monitor like how Carmichael's demonstrating right now with the camera. You want them off on their own with their own monitor. It needs to be wireless. You give them wireless focus, give them wireless video. This is the small HD Bolt 500. This is the RX, and this is the TX. That stands for transmitter and receiver. This is a wireless monitor system. It lets you mount a monitor to your camera, and it transmits wirelessly to a second monitor. Oh, thank you, Small HD. Problem, if I want to listen to my camera audio, I look like Carmichael does right now, with cables all over the place. Solution, I just got a cheap little Bluetooth adapter that I put on the camera, and now I can hear what I'm hearing with these headphones. It's great. Bluetooth. Oh boy, why isn't that being built into cameras? Now my other friend who's getting audio can also be wearing Bluetooth headphones, and he can hear exactly what he's getting. Problem, you used to have to use XLR cables to run audio to camera. Solution, we're using the Sennheiser G4 system, wirelessly sending audio from our boom to our camera, or records into the camera. You need really good lenses. You do need really good lenses. We use the Sigma lenses, the Sigma Art Series lenses. They're like Canon L Series lenses, but even better. That's right. Canon L Series lenses are nice. Sigma Art Series lenses are nicer. GoPro basically just makes a small cube of a camera, and you can put that cube into any rig you need. And I built this system to work with that. I've made the perfect camera. This is the core of the camera, right? It's not really ergonomic whatsoever, but I can go into handheld mode right here. Now I'm handheld, the best handheld rig I've ever made. Immediately, boom, we are live, and we are in the shoulder monitor. Notice I'm going from rig to rig without changing a single thing on the camera. Oh, getting my sliding shots. There it is. Wow, I'm on a tripod. Adding a third leg kept it from falling over. Right? Gimbals. Gimbals are the future. They make things super stable. So I found this gimbal. This is the Letus Helix. Notice the way it's designed. They've made it really compact, where all your three axes are built in here, right in the center. So you can take it and you can set it down. All right, so now you see me take this camera and move it from rig to rig to rig to rig. Let me take the battery off. Outside of that, I don't have to change a single thing on the camera here. Pop it into here. The gimbal itself powers the camera, which saves me weight, which is awesome. There it is. I got a gimbal. It works great. I know, I hear what you're saying, but Niko, if you change lenses, you gotta rebalance. You're right. I only have to rebalance forwards and backwards because I kept the lens in line with the roll axis. So all I have to do is, if it's too front heavy or too back heavy, slide it forwards and backwards, and that's it. Somebody being able to wirelessly pull focus, and somebody being able to wirelessly monitor, and somebody being able to wirelessly pump audio into it, or somebody can wirelessly hear the audio, it's exactly what you need on a gimbal. And I don't have to worry about suddenly having to strip my camera apart or having a B camera or a C camera on any of these other rigs. All I have to do at the end of the day, when I go back to another rig, is pop this off. And I can put the camera wherever I want. E&H has helped make this all possible. If you guys want to see any of these pieces I'm using, want to buy any of them for yourselves, check out the link in the description below. It goes to a site. B&H built us a web page for this setup. Let's shoot a little short scene. I'm gonna go from setup to setup, the same camera, in the same configuration, with no downtime. Here we go.
Hand it over. Not in a million years. 1,000,001. How about 1,000,002? 1,000,003. Dang it! Fine. Take these. Thank you. Crap. Wow. Look. It's a Luxley viola light that we got from B&H.
Isn't it cool? If you want to check out the rest of the pieces of our perfect camera rig, you can click a link in the description below, because we also got that stuff from B&H.
There's already a battery in here, so it should be okay. And signal. Test, test.
I'm a perfect camera.
All right, here's the shot.
I thought I could flute my way out of this one. Not today.
We need to be pulling a iris rack.
Yeah.
So,
Boom.
yeah, exactly. So let's get that set and then we'll do the shot.
Need some marks. Nico.
Yeah.
Do you remember Arthur's story about this from The Revenant?
Yep.
Yep.
You have really high expectations of me.
And 3, 2, 1, action!
I'm gonna help him show that his gimbal's the smoothest.
No, I'm gonna help him show that his gimbal's the smoothest.
Great writing.
You guys don't even want to know what's in this case, though. You guys don't even want to know. Hold on.
I'm willing to risk it all to show this to the world.
That's the name of the video, dude. Sam's ultimate price. Sam pays the ultimate price to prove how smooth Niko's gimbal really is.
Not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous because it's my first time actually using all this rigging. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna get made fun of so hard by these guys.
Ideally, I can just chill where you're gonna land, Niko.
You.
I think we'll probably do it.
Yeah, I need to use that briefcase shot.
Oh, you get to see what's inside? Hold on, wow. That really is amazing. That really is crazy.
Roll camera.
Spading.
And 3, 2, 1, action. Cut. Shoulder. Okay, here's the moment of truth. We just finished our gimbal shot. How quickly we move to our next rig and have it be all set up. Okay, and last but not least, this in. I'll deal with cable management some other time. We realized we had another older small HD monitor, the 502, and now I can just leave that on the shoulder mount permanently so that I can look at it the whole time when I'm filming. And I can leave the other monitor on the top and Nick can still get his wireless. That was quick. Huh? Yeah? Looks like I'm ready before the crew is.
Yo, hurry up, boys! We got filming to do. Yo, stop rendering.
Do you need like a backpack that I can sit in on your, on your back and just kind
Like a little Yoda?
That would be perfect.
If only they knew. It changed. It's weird.
Oh, dude, close that, man.
Sorry. All right. What's the plan?
Be like, I'm still not believing you, and then he can rack the gun and be like,
It's like, give me the case. It's like, no. I said, give me the case. I can lean in there.
then once he puts the
And
Meg
like
in,
now you can't get any more serious.
fine.
Okay.
Not in a million years. You'll never get this case.
Looks nice from the outside, huh? But it's what's on the inside that matters. Yeah.
And rehearsal action.
Hand over the case, Bubsy.
Not over my cold, dead body.
I won't give you another chance. Hand it over.
Not in a million years.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, fine. Here, take the case.
Now you need a camera cart.
Yeah.
Or you just bring all the rigs with you.
That's true, I do. Unplug this monitor. Pop this off. Pop it in. And I'm gonna pull focus myself. But I'm also, I'm gonna pull focus for this one, so Nick, you can go ahead and take a coffee break.
This is a perfect camera.
You ready? Give the briefcase back to Clint.
This is the difference between nervous and calm. Calm, nervous.
That's one, action. One, action. Switching rigs and putting it on the tripod. The perfect camera lets me concentrate on what really matters, keeping Clint and Sam from goofing off too much. All right, tripod.
Hey, the crew and the cast is gone.
See guys, this is what I need. This kind of a camera rig.
Everyone's gone.
So you're gonna set down, so in action you set it down, and you open it up, and then you pull the light out, you're like, wow.
Wow. Wowie, wow, wow. Wow.
That was great, that was great. We got it. Good job, guys. I feel great. Honestly, the rigs worked awesome. The gimbal worked great. Popping the camera from handheld to shoulder mount to slider was all awesome. Shoulder mount was super convenient, honestly, doing dialogue. Slider looked really nice. Being able to not worry about focus and just let Nick handle that was super cool. Yeah, I'm really, honestly, super happy. If any of you guys out there are budding filmmakers or seasoned filmmakers, honestly, it doesn't really matter what range you're at. If you'd like to check out our kit, head on over to the link in the description below. B&H has made a webpage just for us. Shows all the things here. So you can get yourself the monitors we're using, the sound system we're using, the assistant camera interfaces, the gimbal, anything you want to look at, it's all there. And it's great. I'm really, really happy with this. This is going to make it so we can make some really cool stuff on Corridor without huge budgets, without huge crews. And honestly, I feel like I'm back on the front of that technological line. Finally applying technology to let me do what they do on big, expensive film sets without the budget, without the crew, and that's good. Here's to a couple more years of awesome Corridor videos before I need to make the perfect camera version 2.
You never told anyone to subscribe.
Hey, subscribe to the